we got a lot of oil in that built up.
I also own a farm.
Here we go.
You are now watching the 2024 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Well, sitting with that truck, it didn't do it any good. As you see, that's a lot of oil on the turbo outlet. And as you hear, the truck is running. And I was wondering it had a lot of, well, smoke, and it's burning it off now. Turbo is off. But as you see, things started leaking oil. So that those turbo seals in there are going worse. Yeah. Frustrating. So we can pull the turbo off that other truck, but I'm trying to find a rebuild for this turbo and see what I can do. Yeah, I knew we were gonna have an issue with this turbo at some point, and I said it previously that it might need some love, and it didn't look that bad, but I think sitting around just made it horrible. I don't know if you guys got any good angles. So I got pretty much everything apart on this. There we go. Okay, clamps are all off. Let's see if this wants to split, and then we can see what's going on without taking... I need something a little better than that. Here goes nothing. So I knew that turbo wasn't perfect. I might have a lead actually on some Mack turbos and some parts. I don't know what they're off of. I just asked for some pictures. Somebody that, he's been on the channel a few times, has some spare stuff. So we got to heat those bolts up, pull this turbo off. We're going to swap with the parts one. Realistically, this turbo is still good. It still spins very well. It's just got some front to back play, and it's pumping oil into it. So that is not good, which is causing excess white smoke and some idling issues. Well, it's grayish, whitish smoke. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these heated up. They're 9/16. And it's a little windy today, but we're just gonna swap turbos and see if that solves all our issues. So instead of trying to battle anything, because it makes our life challenging, the other one's easy enough to get off. Honestly, this took me all of 10 minutes to get this tore down and look at what I wanted to do. Much easier just to heat them and call it good than it is to mess around, and we're probably gonna still have to mess around. Oh, come on, get on there. Then yeah, there we go. I should have impact actually. What do I got in my pocket? I had in my pocket. Oh, always something. Glove trucks, 1/2 inch. Just set it down right here. I kind of had a little sneaking suspicion that we were going to mess around with something there. And I want things perfect. So I'm kind of tinkering around, watching things, listening to things. And it didn't sound exactly perfect. I'm thinking it's got some excess oil in there. So we'll swap it and let's see what that was. Nothing important. Hopefully that solves our... I was wondering if it was some slobber, oil slobber, but clearly it was a little bit more because the turbo is pumping oil out. Come on. Okay. There we go. 2 out. Third's over there. The fourth's going to be a little more challenging. But yeah, not what I expected to be doing today. But I want this truck 100%. So we'll get this swapped, let it run, get the other stuff done. It's a gorgeous day other than the wind. Got some oil burning inside. There we go. Third one we're only going to be able to do with the wrench. It's up and back there. We did try to split everything, but... Is that a B? Oh, it is too early for that. Interesting. Oh, we'll get right in here. Yeah, there's a lot of oil in that exhaust actually, which is not a good thing. But if it's feeding it into the motor, it's got to go somewhere. So I'm hoping it's oil from that and nothing else. Oh, come on. We got to heat it a little more. Not how I wanted the day to go. At least the outdoor shop's nice today. So everything's off. Oh, that might be it's a little snug of the years of fun. Let me loosen this up. We had it all off, so it moves. These are warm still, probably. They're all loose now. I don't know if you guys see anything. Right. Let's see what we can do. Move that. Loosen that some more. Oh, hoping for a good year. We haven't even started and we have issues, but that's about everybody I know this year and last year. There's a lot of battles for a lot of people, and anybody with trucks had a lot of battles. Not just me. Oh, I wanted to take that off the other end because I don't want to undo anything. I just want to swap. But I don't know if it's going to let me. Maybe pry the bottom of that up so it will come out. Ink goes off for a bird. He looked like he was soaking wet, like he went swimming. That ain't gonna work. What are we doing? Maybe we should just take the 2 bolts off the bottom and call it good. Battling this some more. I don't know why it's fighting me. Oh, there it goes. Oh. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we got a lot of oil in that built up. Like a lot. Coming through the front, which makes sense if the turbo's pushing in and it's getting to the front before anything else. Well, this motor's working out better than we thought. There was some people that asked me why I didn't just fix this truck. And I wonder that some days too, and then I look at it and I'm like, oh, the cab's all rotted, like bad rotted out. And yeah, we could have swapped the tires because we got new tires, battery boxes, just random stuff that would have caused us a lot of grief. Rubbers wore out, hasn't been run, stuff like that. So we got this spare motor for someday, and slowly we're robbing every part off of it. Well, that's not good there. Yeah, that's not good. So that is what we're doing, and it's gonna work out. We're gonna get it figured out. As everybody says, freaking trucks. If it's got tires or something else, you know you're gonna have a problem, right? Hopefully this one's actually in a good shape, but who knows? If it's not, then we'll just hang out. Oh, the exhaust isn't attached down there, so that would have been another good thing to do. I believe this is a better turbo. Oh, that is nice. I believe it's a better turbo. Smaller housing, bigger, or smaller turbo exhaust housing, so it spins faster. I know you guys are seeing great angles. I forgot my screwdriver. Screwdriver and torch. We gotta, and then undo that, that's leaking already. Yeah. Yes, this is a 300 plus motor, but that's a 300 in that truck. This is a 315 rated. That's 287 rated. Granted, we might have some of the fuel pushing a little bit. Same concept, just more fuel. Okay. Is this one gonna come off even harder? I don't know. It's coming. Get all these washers off without burning myself too much. Last one I did there, that's probably still hot. So this is it's got a Mack number on it, but it's a Garrett turbo, which, you know, we're big fans of Garrett. Yeah. I do hear something running out back, like out on the roads that go around the back. Sounds pretty good, whatever it is. Probably a log truck. Actually, are they making syrup now? Might be Daniel in the 6-wheeler R model. We ain't seen him in since last spring. I talked to him quite a bit still. It's coming. There we go. Okay. Yes, it's windy. This one should work pretty good. I don't know why that's so tight to it. We might have to change that out. Oil drain line. Let me clean my mess up, get moved back over to that truck. We're gonna have to block the exhaust off and the intake off. We'll get to that. Whew. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't. That's a better platform. And that truck means a lot more to me than this parts truck. Okay, let's just do a little show and tell here. Let's see. So let's make sure inlet should be the same. So just about 90 millimeters. Just about 90 millimeters. Outlet. They got something different with this one. This is a newer turbo. So 110, we're good there, but if you look, they got the resonator or the piece around it, so I don't know what they did different. Okay, one off. This is, that's weird that one size is smaller. I love it when they do that. I think I grabbed both of them. This is just the oil drain line, so. Well, that one came off nice and easy. This one. So let's see what they did. Why are they different sizes? I love it. So this turbo, that line's good there. The bolt set came off. I can go back on there. I believe they both the same, or did somebody do something weird about this one? Somebody probably got a little wild with some helix coils and, well, Healy coils, but. Made a gasket, didn't really like it. Then I remembered I got high temp gasket maker, which the turbo gets a little warm. So hopefully that is perfect for what we need. I see it's still tight there. So something's different on, oh, that's longer, maybe? Or that gets deeper. Either way, we're gonna get it figured out. You know we do. Some days are just more of a struggle than others, but let's check that gasket out. Ideally, I'd love to have a new one, but we do not have a new one. Looks good though. Yep. Hopefully that doesn't leak, and then we'll be good to go. If it does, I don't know what to do then. We'll have to get one. Oil truck going by. Do-do-do-do. 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 We're gonna have to loosen that and turn that to get this, or we're gonna turn that to get there. Either way, that's gonna line up pretty well ish. Now we're gonna do a little bending. We'll get it bolted in, we'll bend that up. Oil line comes across. I should see if I can get a new one of this section because of that routing out there. But we got to get it back together before we really get too wild. So I did drop one nut, which we're gonna have to find it. I pulled the tray out, or the magnet out. I couldn't find it though. Might be sitting on the cross member. Superliner hauling some round bales. I think that's who was out back picking them up. So he was going by yesterday too. Come on, now we gotta get this slid back down, which it doesn't have to be that long. So maybe I'll, probably should just leave it. It was working. Freaking gloves. I can't do it with gloves on. Can't. Need the grip of your hands. My hands are sweating. Okay, there we go. So now it's on. Now we just gotta put these back where they belong. We probably should. One goes there, one goes up here. Terp ski hold down. I do have a hold down piece to put on there. I gotta remember that. I gotta. Like I said, all these, well, these two trucks sitting here, somebody did switch out that motor at some point and put a twin tip in it. So all of these trucks should interchange a lot of the parts. So if I have one spare of something, then I have it for both trucks in case something goes down. And then if we get a third truck, I really should be smart and actually get the same thing and not go to an E7 motor or anything like that, because we're getting okay at working on these E6s. They're just a series of the motors compared. You can get an E7 mechanical and probably be good at that. I don't want an E7 electrical. I had a buddy swap his to an E7 electrical because getting parts for the E6s gets a little challenging some days. So a camshaft was crazy money. So he could buy a whole motor for what they wanted for a camshaft. So hopefully we never have any of those issues. I'm sure we will. It's part of it. It's part of trucking. The other problem is stuff gets sent overseas, but that is the world we live in. Everybody gets emotional about riding in something without air ride and stuff like that. Okay, so theoretically, well, we should put that coupler on. Theoretically, we can start it up and see what it does. Listen, watch, give it some time. I hope this solves some issues. So to get that, we still got to where did there. We gotta put that piece on. Is that the hose clamp that was on it? No. Where did that one come from? It's on the turbo still, ain't it? Or is it not? That's weird. See, we're organizing some things. That'll do. Let's see. Yeah, I'd go like this. Clean that out a little bit so that we know. Alrighty. So we should be able to start it. And at least listen to it for a little bit, make sure we got no oil leaks. And then we can go ahead. Hopefully then we are good and we can put the air intake back on. We should get that elbow. We should. Will we? I don't know if they'll have it in town. We still got to get oil line for this hydraulic line. I threw that back on just to see exactly what goes on there because it was blowing so much exhaust out of my face. Couldn't really pay attention. Alrighty. We'll let it run, burn off all the oil that's in there. It's just got oil in it, so it's gonna have to take a while to burn that all out. Well, it sounds pretty good. I do see that my little seal there is leaking. Well, the gasket material, so we got to do something different there. It is what it is. We got some royal purple. We're spraying down everything so that we can wipe it down. Oh, look at that! So that's the airline, and it's leaking. So we got to trace that back and have that get made. I never even knew that. Had the tree guys stop in. They're trimming all the power lines, and they said, "Do you own the rest of the ground going that way?" I said, "Nope, just these ones where there's no trees." So I made their life easier. I pointed them in the direction of the right guy, and I got the seal in it, so I made that up and tightened up everything else. I don't know. I don't like it. I think somebody put a helix coil on the other side of that turbo. I just want this thing to run cleaner and make sure we don't have any oil, get it all burned out, and then we'll be in a better spot. I went in and threw a pizza in the oven for lunch, and I came back, I'm like, what is going on here? We got fuel everywhere. I thought it was cooling at first, but I was like, nah, it's fuel. Okay, so what are we doing up here? What are we doing? I don't know what's leaking, to be honest. Both of them they're both full of fuel. So I don't know if it's coming off the injection lines or what. Either way, that is not good. Not good at all. I guess I don't want to blow it all over the place, but I can't see where they're actually leaking. But they're 100% leaking in those two. That one's dry. I honestly don't know where these came from. Kind of worries me. I took them out. No idea. So they're over here. Alrighty, we gotta figure out that fuel leak, which is it's one of two things, but I got a nice home cooked meal going on here, a little grease on the side. We're on a plate actually right now, so one bite, everybody knows the rules. It says to cook it 15 to 16 minutes. I realized that about 14 and a half is where it's good. You know, yeah, home cooked meal. Alrighty, I gotta figure out, so I blew that off. We gotta see where that's leaking. That's probably not helping anything. Yeah, 3/4. This is gonna frustrate me some. It makes sense though. I was talking to Zach and I was like, I'm pretty sure I got a fuel leak somewhere and it's draining down. Something's not holding prime, and this is oil, I believe, here. That's bigger. What size is that? Oh no, it's 3/4. Just didn't have it on there, I guess. There we go. A little tight. So up here we got one of two things that I think it is. I don't know how much you guys can see. Oh, it drained down, or when it blew out, it was pretty good. So it's either, I think it's right there. The problem is you can't really get to any of that because of the layout is of everything. There we go. I don't know if I can do this. See, we don't have much we can work on because it's gonna hit all that. So what we got to do, I think though, there's no the crush washer there. Okay, what I'm checking is that every washer is on all the pieces. I'm thinking that might be an issue on this one, and I'm thinking the other one might have because we didn't have any of this apart, but it might be the issue. I don't think so. But these return lines were already empty of fuel, so we're gonna see what goes on. This is the first I've caught of this, so we solve one thing and then we find another, and we're gonna do that for a while. So this isn't gonna be our only struggles that we ever have. Welcome to owning a truck, or owning a few of them. You're smashing your knuckles. Okay, this one's on the top. I gotta get the rest of that off of there so I can pull it and then see. And if I grab the right wrench, that would help. I might tape all these up just in case. That O-ring's there, so we'll pull that off before we lose that, because that wouldn't be good. It's not doing it on the third, which is good. I know Isaiah had some trouble putting these together. Okay, so now that those are off, we're gonna need a special tool. I got a few things left on my list that I want. Actually, I'm gonna just need a bigger, because that's not gonna work. So just a 3/4. Regular 3/4. See how much that's messed up. Actually, we should take that off too. That was a little loose. I know I'm probably hitting you guys into things. These 3/4? Nope. Of course, they're like 5/16 or 11. 5/8 or 11/16. We'll grab both of them. I want to make sure that oh, that's loose. That's part of it. That was not tight. So let me make sure the O-ring, the washer's in there. Yep, washer's there. That was loose. So that's your return fuel. Yeah, that was very loose, and it could have loosened up some, but like that was hand tight. Come on, give me another grab. Could do that with that one's a little loose too. do it with a socket, but there we go. I'm gonna go with that's tight enough now. Okay, so we snug those up. We snugged our injection lines up. Hopefully that gives us, that solves all our issues of life. Hopefully. So what we'll do first, actually I'm gonna clean that up. Got this one in. It actually went back together a lot easier than I thought. So got the washer underneath. Hopefully that doesn't leak any longer. We just got to go to the next one. I didn't see anywhere leaking. That's the worst part. So let me take all the tools. Everything's back together. Oh. I guess we'll see with time. It's getting warm. Snow's melting. Things are good. Now it's gonna fight us a little bit. Stuff's gonna have to get burned off. I don't see anything leaking. Okay, it ran for long enough and I don't see any more fuel. Got the air piping back on. I'm not, these band clamp or hose clamps are junk, so I gotta get some nice 6 to 7. But yeah, that turbo gives us a little bit different look coming out the back. Before it was pretty close, but everything is good to go. The top I'm just finishing up with some clear. We'll let it dry, throw that on. It's coming together. I still got some oil in the front and I'm kind of nervous that here you go. I'm kind of nervous if the head's got an issue already. Valve guides or rings, but there wasn't pushing oil before like that, so maybe there's enough oil in the intake and exhaust that it's pushing it out now, but I'm not sure. I really got to get it burned out so then I know where we actually are. I'm gonna take it up the road, bring it back, and then see. Put it under a load and let it get hot. Where are we here? I gotta remember how to drive this thing. Keep messing with the little stuff if I still got, oh, I forgot my pads were on the truck and they're all on the ground now, it looks like. Oh, I better grab those. They were air drying. So that we can finish up that truck. Just have to rinse them off so they don't have all the dirt in them. I don't know. It's bothering me. I'll leave them in here, air drying. Something's still not right. It's pouring white smoke. Yeah. It actually sounds a little bit better, to be honest. Sounds a whole lot better. Maybe it just needed to be cleaned out. Okay, let's see. I adjusted the timing a little bit on the fuel. I think it sounds better. Real test is I pull out and I pull this hill. And I can tell, so I run up the road, we'll come back and, oh, if it runs a whole lot better. I think I was a little bit too, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be advanced at that point. 1000 EGTs, that's post turbo. So as it says max 1125, I tried to keep it under oh no, 800. 1000's over there. So we got plenty of it in it. Well, she's back on the road a little bit. We'll go up and we'll loop around. We pulled in back there previously. The air cleaner top's not on, but the air cleaners are in. I think I could probably play with that injection pump a little bit more as far as timing on it. We don't have any leaks right now, which is good. Exhaust looks really good. Yeah, it smokes some. She's old and she's got some fuel to her. So it's all part of it. I gotta remember how to drive this thing. I might advance it just another degree and see how I like that. I don't know. It ran really good. About an hour ago, I was really nervous actually. So I feel a whole lot better now. We still got, I don't even know if that pump is leaking over there still. Yeah, it is. The power steering in between. So we got that to do, and we got the line to do underneath, and the transmission on the top needs to be resealed, I believe. Otherwise, this is getting better. The trailer, the one thing we got to do is fix those leaks. So we probably should, time management.
I honestly don't know how some days I record so much footage. I think it all works well. The head cam definitely adds a lot of footage. Not always the best footage. I'm sorry about driving around, looking around. We got to get a little bit better at using the head cam while we're driving, but I was pretty nervous there. I thought the truck things were going to go bad. So we had a fuel a little bit out of adjustment, and then the turbo. So quick fixes, and it ran so much better, so I feel a lot better. But I still got like another hour and a half of footage to go through for some reason. I don't know. So I figured I'd split this up for you guys. 50-minute video, and it is 11:30 at night. Probably should go to bed. So appreciate you guys watching along. I guess we're going to have to wait and see the rest of it. Charging on the truck, still need that. Trailer, still need some things on that. We don't even know if the trailer turns as far as the pump or what goes on there. So I guess that's next video. And appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing. Driving that truck down the road and it running right was such a good feeling. So I can't wait to put it back to doing what it's supposed to. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.